Hey Rafael, I would also do the portfolio review for you. So let's jump straight into it. First impression is a bit of a mixed bag. I would actually say these look really good. This one I'll have to do a close-up. This one looks bad. This probably also, this one also, and this one's probably old. So without looking into going into the pieces, that's my first impression. Otherwise, this one looks really good rendering wise. This white background is off. The rendering here is good, and the presentation, yeah, this one's kind of weird. This logo seems too big compared to the asset. This one, I don't know, this weird. This one could be cool. Rendering wise, it also looks kind of cool. Also, this one, lighting wise, is pretty cool. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. So let's just go into each piece. Take a look. Yeah, pretty solid. The breakdowns are good. The sculpt is good. Yeah, that's really cool. Awesome drawing, or maybe it's AI generated actually, not sure. So the breakdown stuff, you're doing great. The rendering and lighting is also great, but the asset does feel a little bit like not the best quality yet. It kind of reminds me of Oblivion. You know, this, I don't know, 10-year-old game or whatever it is by now. So it's a really cool piece, but it feels a bit low resolution. It's just not really like there to like the maximum quality that it should be. But everything else is really on point. Presentation, lighting, everything is really cool. And the breakdowns are perfect. So definitely keep this piece. This one looks way better though. Like, this one seems very low resolution. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but this looks quite good. So this looks very sharp, whereas this feels very blurry, like as if the normal map and the texture maps are low resolution or off or something. So maybe you need to look into that and improve how it looks. I'm also not really sure what's going on here, by the way, with the topology. Not sure if this is going to be the high poly, but that sort of confusion, you should probably remove that. Like, I'm not sure if I'm looking at you're just bad at doing topology or if this is a work in progress situation, so be careful with that. But yeah, I think you still need to keep the piece, but see if you can up the sharpness of it. It feels very low res. Otherwise, really cool. Interesting character, feels very blurry. And I understand it's a great work on the breakdowns again. I understand that it's a stylized piece, but what it's missing is it's missing definition in edges and sharpness. So, for example, the wood is very blurry. And especially when you're going for a style like this, what you really want is to use some hard edges here and there that really define a shape. And that's kind of missing here. This part is a bit better, but also here, like everything is like soft and rounded. It could be a creative choice, but I think this piece will present stronger if you would have added stronger hard edges. Otherwise, it's a pretty cool piece. Presentation is a bit off. The background is boring. There's nothing grounding the piece. There's like a white line here. So presentation needs to be better for sure. So this piece, I think you should upgrade. The videos. Oh, yeah. You did animation, which is cool. I would start with your, also really cool. I would start with your key art piece, which needs to be better than what you currently have. But let's say something like this, but rendered and lighted better. That's the top piece. And then the second piece is your animations. So yeah, this one needs an upgrade in my opinion, but otherwise pretty cool. This one is maybe your best piece. Definitely your best piece. Really cool presentation. Let me take a look here. Yeah, you're showing breakdowns, you're showing the rig. This is really a good piece. Animation wise, I think you need to improve a bit, but yeah, keep that in mind. But otherwise, this is your best piece. Definitely your best piece. This is like key art. This is the best piece, right? And then after that, you can step away a bit from the key art, but you're still rendering it correctly. This one's awesome. Keep it there. Super cool. Great. Interesting piece. So I assume this is for a, yeah, client, I guess. Maybe this is like a freelance job. Pretty cool. This is a cool piece. To me, this shows more like, oh, it's client work. It's a production work. So this is really cool, but it kind of reads a bit funky. So the logo is kind of blending into the background, so it's chaotic to look at this image. There is no, where do I look? My eye doesn't know where to look at. So it's a bit of a chaotic image. So the idea that it's sort of like a poster is good, but maybe just do a better composition with the froggy here, or maybe really big, and then better lighting. So the lighting defines, or how do you say that? Creates a focus point for the eyes to first look at. So better lighting, where probably the character face of the human is more important than the froggy, but you'll have to make a choice about that. And then have more contrast in the lighting, so again the viewer's eyes are drawn to something, and then they can rest there, which is probably the face of this guy or girl, and the face of this dude or girl. So this one needs improvement. Here it's a bit better, but I would almost say, like, there's very little space here, so again, kind of reads off. I would almost make the circles a bit smaller and maybe do something with the background. So the gray background is kind of weird for a forest-ish creature, so the background can also be better. This one is the best shot, to be honest. I really like this one. So yeah, good piece, keep it. The first two images need to be better. A very basic scene. Reminds me of the old school BSP scene creation in like Unreal Engine 1 and stuff like that. Very, very basic. I would get rid of it. Recreate, just make a whole, if you want to have a scene, create a whole new scene from scratch, or assume this is going to be this is more like a block out, you know, it's like the gray boxing scene. So I would get rid of it. Also, if you're going all in on characters, just get rid of the environment, because if you want to promote yourself as a character artist, get rid of it. Just be clear, I do characters. Also really cool. Amazing video. Yeah, this is a super cool piece. Yeah, so the only thing I would change here, maybe this one needs to be a bit bigger too, but the biggest limit here is this thumbnail needs to be better. So let's take a look. So I think, yeah, this is your current thumbnail. Maybe this should be your thumbnail. And then if possible, if it's square, do something like that. So you understand that it's a bigger creature. Yeah, I think I would do this one, to be honest. So yeah, better thumbnail. This one really needs it. Otherwise, super cool piece. Oh, interesting, actually. Also really cool. So this thumbnail doesn't convey the coolness of this piece. Cool breakdowns. Yeah, perfect. I'm not going to watch it. That's a good sign, by the way, for you. Like, I'm not going to watch it, so nobody's going to watch it. You know, like, so keep that in mind. It's a good video. Keep it there. But it just shows how, you know, quickly people will go through it. Otherwise, a really cool piece. Thumbnail needs to be better. This is just a weak thumbnail. I think the selling point is the hair. So maybe the thumbnail should be like this. So you really can see that it's almost like a puppet. This one, maybe this one is better. I think this one's better because it has more lighting going on. I'll leave it up to you, but zoom in on the hair. The hair is the winning piece here. So keep it. Also not bad. You're really good at lighting actually. So make sure that lighting and rendering and presentation, you really apply that everywhere because it finishes your piece. So otherwise, really cool piece. Also keep it. I do have my question of maybe it's a bit older, but even if it's an older piece, it shows that back then you were already really on point. Again, I'm not going to look at this. So keep that in mind. It's better to do breakdowns with images as well. Otherwise, really cool piece. Maybe zoom out the thumbnail a little bit. So a little bit more context, like so. Might be better. Because you're kind of missing the skull as well. So I think you should do that. So yeah, that said, gone, delete, never touch it again. Needs a better thumbnail, 100%. This one, yeah, for sure. Needs a better thumbnail, zoom out a little bit, otherwise perfect. Super cool. I would maybe use your key art shot, so better thumbnail. Also weak, maybe get rid of it or do an upgrade. This one, also pretty cool, but feels a bit low resolution. Maybe zoom in a little bit on the thumbnail. Otherwise super cool. So that's it, gone. Yeah. Cool stuff. Hope it helps. If you have questions, let me know on LinkedIn.